When you log into Gigasheet for revenue-based access, you'll probably land in your library like this. You can access the revenue-based file here by simply clicking on it and going to the master file. You'll notice you have view-only access to this data, even though when you reopen the file, it will jump to the spot that you last were. In this case, I had 4 filters applied, but I can easily reset that and go back to the main file. So what do you do if you want to manipulate some of this data or use some of the other capabilities in Gigasheet? You'll notice here you've got a section called My Files where you can actually upload data. So this is helpful if you wanted to filter by a specific list of maybe contacts or companies that you already have, or join it with other data using things like VLOOKUP or combining files. So I'll show you a very simple example of that. Here's a view that I'll load. This is a view is simply a bookmark to a variety of settings. So it remembers when you save a view, it keeps the column order, the filters that have been applied, and any columns that may have been hidden, for example. So this is a view of cyber engineers, and you can see the filters we've got here, the various things. So let's save this off. So you'll want to export it as a CSV, save it within Gigasheet. So I'll show you how that works. So once this export builds, you'll find it here. And what it's going to do is build a CSV file zip that is for download. But let's say you want to continue manipulating this data within Gigasheet. You can do that. And the easiest way to do it is actually a quick copy the URL by clicking on those 3 dots, going to My Files, clicking New, File Upload. You can, of course, download the file and re-upload it, but this works and saves you a step. So what this is doing is going to import that specific cut of the data into Gigasheet as its own sheet that you own and will have full access to. So now you can actually manipulate this data. So since I own this, I can change the name of it, and I'll just call this like test file. I can, maybe I want to like delete some columns, or let's say filter to only those where there's a phone number. And I'll go to edit, delete, and I'll delete rows that are excluded. I could also do some other work with this, like maybe I want to split off like the cell phone number. So I could use a formula and say, call it clean phone. And in this case, I'll use our AI helper and say something like, so you could do formulas on this. You can do any number of things. You could split columns using other tools within Gigasheet. Hope that helps. Thanks.